would life be? Will it be mushrooms, fried onion rings? You'll have to wait and see. Hope it's chips, it's chips. We hope it's chips, it's chips. We hope it's chips, it's chips. Oh, we hope it's chips, we does. When I was just a little girl, I asked my mother, what would life be? Will it be mushrooms, fried onion rings? We'll all have to wait and see. But naturally, we do hope it's chips. Good evening, darlings. Good evening, good evening, good evening. A very warm welcome to a slightly later than normal Sunday night live, and I apologise for the lateness of the hour. The restaurant was crazy tonight, unexpectedly crazy. Now, last night and Friday night were okay, okay, but it's that weird Twixtmas thing, as I see people are calling it now. We weren't expecting to be remotely busy tonight, and that was doubled when our biggest party that we had booked in cancelled, and everything just exploded. Everything went mad. Everything. Takeaways, the restaurant, walk-ins. Honestly, it's like going back to pre-pandemic days. Uh, I left the restaurant at about 11:15, something like that. Only just got home in time, and a party just walked through the door. I said, "I'm leaving you to it. I ain't doing this. You want to serve them. I'm off." Right then, darlings, let's see. Who have we got? Right, same deal as I said last night. I'm not going to go through all of the comments before I arrive. That's you guys chatting with each other, and I'm delighted to see you doing it. But we will just quickly run through so I can see who's here. Uh, Peter P, Carol C, Jimmy Quinn, uh, Paulie Galtieri, Richard, Lord Stiff Upper Lip, David Jr. Um, oh, and you're very welcome, David. You're very welcome. Uh, Thank you for the kind words. Tracy Cardiff, Chaz Brown, Ross, Diner Dad, Stew, 69 Phuket, the lovely Andrew Buttigieg, Ivor Spotty Butty, diddly do. Oh, Matron. Oh, dear, Matron's got the lurgy. Needs some Vicks on her chest. The M11 is here. Skick. Uh, Simone. That's Simone Nyman. Buddy Anon. Exploring with Ben and Sam. General Cheeseburger. Lots and lots of lovely names in green. Loads of channel members. That's marvellous. And right, and then I entered. So, yeah, good evening. Welcome to Sunday Night Live. And we are going to spend an hour together waving away the weekend and welcoming in the New Year's week, I suppose. Gosh, it's all a bit mad, isn't it? Nothing's making sense. I'm even getting the days mixed up. The restaurant is not closed tomorrow. We are opening tomorrow night. We have bookings. Tuesday night, which is New Year's Eve, is going to be crazy, crazy. Um, we have got 71 people. In total, we've got at the moment, not including walk-ins, just booked, we've got 88 total. But we've got 71 coming between 5:30 and 7:30. And we are a 52-seater restaurant. So that's going to be interesting, isn't it, darlings? Then New Year's Day, God only knows what that's going to be like. It's a bank holiday, isn't it? Not a clue. And then Thursday, presumably, will be quiet. But then we're into another weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So, yeah, it's going to be busy old times ahead, darlings. But yeah, we're going to spend the next hour together, talking about whatever we damn well choose. The hedgehog of truth is on hand. Should you wish to ask an HOT question, there's a box here that wants a damn good pounding, and there is a community portable electric telephone should you wish to send a voice note to the normal number. Now, I'm going to have a goodly dollop of my wine because, quite frankly, I've earned it and I need it. And then I will dive headfirst into your comments, which are, allow me to remind you, the meat and vegetables of this risotto that we are squirming about in tonight. So cheers, your very good health, bottoms up yours, and above all, get stuffed. Thank you. Oh, here we go. It's only the cheap stuff, darlings. Don't get excited. I'm not. Well, I am a bit. I mean, it's still wine. Oh. Oh. Oh, that's doing the trick. Now, food news, of course, we need your food news. For lunch today, I had garlic and mustard chicken with pigs in blankets, Yorkshire pudding, roast potatoes, roast shallot, and fresh green beans. And I'm here to tell you it was absolutely fabulous. Oh, with a white pepper and white wine chicken gravy. And it was absolutely delicious. And I'm kind of having a week of ease. I'm not making any videos. I'm going to have a nice lunch every day all week. I'm going to have sausage and mash with green beans tomorrow. So I'm having a week off. I'm not working. I'm not making videos. All I'm doing is the restaurant and the live streams. And I'm treating myself to nice lunches. And sod it. If anybody comments about how much I'm eating or my weight or my shape, I'll eat them as well. That'll teach them. And then, well, mind you, we're into the birthday parties as well. So we're all going to be eating jelly and ice cream soon, aren't we? It's going to be jelly and ice cream and trifle every night. Chocolate cake. Oh, we should do that. We should get some little cakes and we should all have a bit of cake every night in January that there's a birthday. Get some French fancies or fondant slices or something. I might actually do that. Any excuse to eat a French fancy. I haven't had one for about 40 years. Right. Time to dive into your comments. Exploring with Ben and Sam is going to rock Matron's world one day. A bacon grill is better, says Stew. Chips and a posh coffee, sir, says Richard. Hello, cheeseburger, says Irish Spotty Botty. Oh, a spam debate, apparently. Are we having a spam debate? Well, it's ended now because Exploring with Ben and Sam has said spam is good. End of debate. So there we are. Spam, 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 spam. Lovely spam. Wonderful spam. Spam egg, spam, spam. Finally, Jesus. No, not quite Jesus, just me, I'm afraid. Sorry, I'm not the second coming. Have you ever tried Superior Bacon Grill? Asked you. I'm not sure who is asking. The things that hedgehog has seen. Yikes. Who knows what this hedgehog has seen? Who knows indeed? Hedgie has been in my cleavage, says Matron. And yeah, that is perfectly true. Hedgehog witnessed many things in the caravan over the years before Boaty saved him. And Richard, you might well have a point. I mean, that caravan was 1985, 2005. That caravan was 40 years old. So God knows how many of those 40 years Hedgie here was in that caravan. And God only knows what he saw in that caravan. But the point is now that Hedgie is here at Windy Bum. He's safe, he's happy, and he is the absolute leading mascot of this fine community. And I would imagine he's very proud about that. Don't present your rear to them, Hedgie. That's inappropriate. That's better. Assume the correct posture, please. Outrageous. You can present your rear on my birthday. Oh, I might take you to Llandudno with me. Would you like to come to Llandudno with me? Would you? Okay, you can come. There you go. That's something for you to look forward to, isn't it? Trace asked Cheeseburger, do you normally have pricks in your cleavage? My gaydar went off and I knew it was Boaty's world again, says Exploring with Ben and Sam. Well, I tell you what, mate, you're kind of persuading me a bit. I'll give it, let's see, 1st of March. 1st of March, St. David's Day. If I haven't got a girlfriend by the 1st of March, I'll have a go at it. There you go. I'm obviously joking, but that makes no difference. You lot will take it seriously. I know you will. God. There are aspects of it that I would be awfully good at, but they would all be like social and behavioural aspects. They wouldn't be bedroom aspects. I couldn't cope with that. Dear oh dear. Mind you, if you're not actually getting any, then it doesn't matter if you're gay or not, does it? Because you're only theoretically straight or theoretically gay. So there you go. I could be a gay who doesn't get any. I could deal with that. I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind being gay. I've told you all a million times. It wouldn't have bothered me in the least. I just happen not to be. I wouldn't see it as any sort of stigma. So yeah, I wouldn't mind being a theoretical gay as long as I didn't actually have to do any, active gayery. I would be perfectly happy with that. Might actually maybe be more popular with the ladies. Forbidden fruit and all of that. Maybe I could get invited around to Biggins's place for dinner. I'd love that. Bloody lucky Hedgie, says Andrew. I'm so jealous of him, Trace. I'm just going to save that image in my wonk bonk, says Matron. Emma said, it's only because you said you need a spanking from me. And I said, that's not my job, it's Matron's. Matron's on good form tonight, says Richard. Well, considering that she's poorly wally, yeah. Dan Blacksmith is here, and to prove it, he says, I'm here. Good evening, Dan. Hi guys, says Russ. I'm lurging up here, Richard. I think I'm hallucinating, says Matron. Snogs are off the menu until she can breathe again. Stratospherian is with us, evening all. Good evening, Boaty, says Steve McDonald, and a very good evening to you. Boaty, sing Little Old Wine Drinker Me. I don't know it, Richard. I genuinely don't know it. I'm familiar with the title of the song, but I don't know the song. I don't know the tune. I don't know any of the lyrics. And Steve goes on to say, good evening to everyone. Oh, Cheeseburger had stew for lunch, and it made a pleasant change. And that's stew with a W, not our stew with a U. See, here we go. Emma says, it's nice to have a gay best friend, isn't it, Matron? That's why I like Boaty. See, I knew it. Right, what have we got here? Oh, we've got the first voice message of the evening. That's what we've got. Shall I go straight into it? Yeah, let's have it while it's all lovely and fresh, shall we?
Good evening, sir. I had roast beef with roast potatoes and Yorkshire pud for my dinner with some nice gravy.
Oh, yeah.
Followed by a chocolate brownie cake and a posh coffee. And also, sir, when's your first road trip or anything to meet our lovely Emma, sir, this year? And how's your day been? And hope if no one's feeling down. If you are, please take time out and enjoy this little chat. Anyway, thank you very much, and hope you have a nice day tomorrow, sir.
Thank you. You too.
And please, everybody, hit the like button. Thank you.
That would be a great kindness.
And P.S. I hope our Emma's fine, and the family, and our matron, and the captain, if he's on the ship tonight.
Is that it? There were 3 false endings then. Right, thank you, Mr. Parry, and I'm jealous of your roast beef. And that, of course, was Mr. Parry from Put Sunlight on the Whittle, which is, as we all know, the Leisure Peninsula. To answer your questions, my day's been okay. What are the other ones? First road trip of the year. Well, the first road trip, well, the only road trip that's planned at the moment is Llandudno on the 13th of next month, but that will not involve Emma. That's just me on my, well, I was going to say that's just me on my own, but I might have company because Hedgie might be coming with me. So that's the only road trip planned thus far. I plan to make Mondays a fairly regular thing. Like every other Monday or something like that. I plan to bugger off to North Wales, keep the Snowdonia thing going. And I think I especially need to keep up with that and keep on doing that as and when the Airbnb and hotel stuff starts. And that might seem counterintuitive because I'm going to be a lot shorter on time. But I'm going to need a break. I'm going to need a rest from it all. So the plan is to get away to Carnarvon whenever I can, every other week or every week or whatever. The first road trip with Emma, I don't know. The first road trip to meet Emma, nothing has been planned yet. Yeah, so I don't know. Watch this space. Have we got, we've got another one. You lucky people, you're being spoiled tonight.
Hello. I had eggs for lunch.
Just eggs?
And I had eggs for dinner.
Right. He's had one.
Yesterday, I had eggs for lunch. And I had eggs for dinner.
Excellent. Mustard's on one of his mad egg weekends where he eats nothing but eggs and presumably will be well and truly egg bound by tomorrow morning. And there won't be much movement down below for a few days. But there we are. I imagine they were hard-boiled eggs. He likes a hard-boiled egg, does Mustard. Jimmy F500 is with us and says hello to everybody. Oh, and his sister dropped off a large box of Quality Street and a Christmas cake without icing. Blimey. Bad Books is with us and says good evening all. Richard is stuffed after the, get him. Richard is stuffed after the Chateaubriand. Oh, Chateaubriand. And red tonight, you jammy sod. I'm jealous of all you people who've had lovely beef. Condom slices. Did I say condom slices? Are they made by Mr. Kipling? Says Cheers Bigger. I didn't say condom slices. I said French fancies or I can't remember what I said now. What are they called? Those little Mr. Kipling slices things. I didn't say condom. But now I can't think of what the hell I did say. All right, maybe I did say condom. What the hell? I'm watching Mustard's latest, says Ross. He's hopefully making 2025 a good one for the channel. Well, now, I watched that last night. Channel member, see? Early release. But yeah, and I watched the whole video. I did. Jimmy F500 likes to dip into the Quality Street blind, so that's quite. Oh, and Cheeseburger says, Russ, I feel a bit sorry for Mustard. The channel needs a lift. Gosh, yeah. Oh, and I think there was mention of it before I came in. Some of you have noticed that, yeah, there has been another cull. I've lost another, well, at the last count, the last time I looked, they've unsubscribed another 550 of my subscribers today. So that makes well over 1,000 in the last 8 days or so. And I can only imagine that YouTube are on a mission on their own behest or at the behest of somebody else to just kind of destroy things, really. Because it looks like they're just going to unsubscribe 500, 600, 700 people per week until I don't have any subscribers. I mean, let's face it, they've tried everything else, haven't they? They've demonetized me. They took away all of my features and privileges because they didn't believe that I was who I said I was. And I had to go through this mad rigmarole of uploading videos. You know, all I do is upload videos, but I have to upload special videos and passports and driving licenses and all sorts. So I guess they've failed on all of that. So all they can do now is just take all of my subscribers away. So I can only presume that that's what's going to happen now. Every week I'll lose 500 to 1,000 until I dip below the 1,000, and presumably then they'll demonetize me and hope that I will just stop doing it. But I shan't. I'm not going to. Seriously, my only concern is that, you know, for whatever reason, YouTube or somebody else is pretty clearly on a mission. I've been reported for everything I can be reported for. YouTube gone through everything with a fine-tooth comb. They've hit me with everything that they can hit me with, and now they're taking my subs. I've got no idea why. To the best of my knowledge, I'm not doing anything wrong. I can't see why my tiny little channel would be upsetting anybody or causing any waves, but clearly it has and is. So there you go. So I'm not going to worry about it. Not a great deal I can do. Losing the subs, well, you know, as long as it were to stay above 1,000 subscribers, then, you know, what's going to happen? Some of you, because we know now that it's not fake accounts that are being taken. They're unsubscribing proper accounts, genuine followers. It happened last week. It's happened again this week. A few people have been in touch with me to let me know. On that note, please do check that you are still subscribed and still got the notification bell ticked. Now, if it stayed above 1,000, wouldn't really be doing me or you any harm. I would carry on doing what I'm doing. You would hopefully carry on watching, and suddenly it could actually work quite well for me, because the algorithm, as we understand it, is partly triggered by the amount of views a video gets compared to the amount of subscribers that you had when it decides who to show it to. And my videos will suddenly, when I start making them again, I'm not doing any this week, can't be asked. I'm having a week off, sod it. But suddenly my videos, if I go back to having just 1,000 subscribers and I'm getting over 1,000 views on my videos, then my impression should go through the roof, because my videos are going to relatively seem a hell of a lot better. Do you see what I mean? Compared to having 6,000 subscribers and getting 1,200 views. So that could actually help me with the algorithm. So yeah, as long as I stay above 1,000 and my views are unchanged, then whatever, let them bang on. But you know, the fear is that for whatever reason, whether it's YouTube or whether it's people reporting or claiming this or accusing of that, then, you know, are they just at some point going to just close the channel down? Well, I suppose they might. It's their platform. They can do what the bloody hell they want. So this week, what I'm going to do is I'm going to download my 10 favorite videos that I would hate to lose. So the Wales ones, and I'll pick 10 and I'll keep them saved in the cloud. So if they do just close me down for whatever spurious reason, I'll just start a new channel. And those 10 of my favorite videos will be the start of the new thing. I mean, hopefully it won't come to that, but if it does, it does. You know, hope for the best, prepare for the worst, and all of that. See, now I've said that, then despite myself, I'm going to have a look and see how many more I've lost since the last time I looked. Oh, not too bad. Not too bad. Not too bad. So I've lost about 1,100 in the last 8 days. Could be worse, couldn't it? No, Emma, I am not taking little Joe to Llandudno with me too. In fact, I'm fed up of him hanging around, so I hid him away in a drawer earlier today, where I can just forget that he exists. And the next time you're here, you can take him. I will. You know, I don't want if I were to keel over in the night or something like that. When they go through the cottage, I don't want them finding that and wondering what the hell sort of pervert I was. But I imagine it was quite expensive, so I don't want to throw it away. So you can have it, Emma. You can have him, whether you want him or not. Yes to Boaty. Yes for a Boaty and Hedgie road trip. There we are. Oh, Lee is with us. Hello all. Been busy, and I think I've missed some great live chats. Ah, we've missed you. Oh, Stu, you told me this before. Pick of me with a monkey on my shoulder in Llandudno. Probably the same monkey that I had on my shoulder. And yeah, I had a picture in Llandudno with a monkey on my shoulder too. It was a day trip. I remember going to Digbeth coach station. Actually, that was at a time. I shouldn't have that memory, because that is part of a block of years that I blocked, that I have no memories of. But that's a little thing. I've not got much of a memory. I haven't got a memory of the day itself, but I saw the picture afterwards, you know. It was part of my mum's picture collection. So I've seen the picture, so I know it happened. I don't remember it. All I remember is being at Digbeth coach station in Birmingham to get the coach. And it was a coach with double front axles. And that's the only little snippet I've got. As I was saying last night, there's about 6 years of my life that I have no memory of whatsoever. I'm pretty sure that on some subconscious level, I've just blocked it, shoved it in a box. My brain has said, "No, you don't need to see that shit, mate. Don't worry about it. Just crack on." We talked about all of this last night, didn't we? Thank you for last night, by the way. Got some lovely feedback on it, and I hope it was good for you guys chatting away in the chat. And we will talk about how we can move forward with that. Just in terms of the logistics. Now, I even thought today, maybe I should set up a different Facebook group or something. And then I thought, no, why? Because, you know, mental health issues, sadness issues, that kind of thing, they're part of life. Why should they be separate? Why should they have to be hidden away? Obviously, we wouldn't want the Facebook group to be all about sadness and misery and heartache and whatnot. But it should be there in the mix, because I would like the Facebook group to be a reflection of the community and a reflection, by extension, of real life. And that means there'll be happiness, sadness, laughs, tears, just the normal mix. So, I mean, over to you guys. What would you like? It's pretty clear that many of us, if not all of us, suffer with the slings and arrows, and it would be good for us to have an outlet. Um, and I've always said that I'm perfectly happy for the outlet to be a live stream, and if a live stream gets taken over by those things, as it did last night, I'm perfectly fine with that. But I guess we wouldn't want it 7 days a week, 365 days a year. So maybe we should have some platform for that kind of thing. So over to you guys. What would you like? I'm happy with everybody using the Facebook group for that. So, don't think that I only want to see happiness and pictures of food and whatnot in the Facebook group. The Facebook group should be a 24/7 community thing. And that means if you've just had a nice meal and you want to share it, great, do it. If you're my friend, Big Tall Steve, and you had a brand new car today and you want to post pictures of that, great, do it. If you saw something funny on the internet and you want to post that, do it. But also, if you're having a shit day and you want to say, hey, everybody, just reaching out, I'm having a really shit day. I don't know if I'm going to get through this. Post that as well. It's equally fine. As far as I'm concerned, anything goes in the Facebook group, and we don't need to separate anything out. But somebody did make the very good point that not everybody is comfortable airing their own personal feelings, frailties, dirty laundry, whatever you want to call it, totally in public. And yeah, I do totally get that. So maybe we need a tiered thing where there is just one tier of privacy. So nobody's going to see it without knowing what they're going to see. So let me know what you would like. I've got a Facebook group that we could use for it. Part of the singles thing, I've got a Facebook group called Anxiety and Depression Support or something like that. It's actually called SADS, Singles Anxiety and Depression Support. Like the rest of singles, it all died away. There's a few hundred people left in it. It hasn't been active for 2 or 3 years, but it is still there. And if you wanted to, we could repurpose that as a subgroup to Boaty's World and just make it focused on that area of things. Or we could have a group chat specifically for that on Messenger and WhatsApp or whatever you want, really. Just let me know what you would like and or what you think would work best, and I'll do it. That was the thing that somebody said not everybody's going to be comfortable doing it out there, and so yeah, that might be the reason why we needed to separate things a bit. So if you wanted the separate Facebook group thing, then that's cool, not a problem. Just let me know. Oh, somebody's I might have missed a lovely thing when I was standing over there, but I haven't missed this one, and it's a super sticker from Nettie B. Oh, bless you. Thank you so much. Really, really grateful for that. Thank you very much. Oh, and I must thank Alan as well, who sent some wine vouchers via PayPal this morning. So, yeah, really, really grateful for that. I think I might have missed some sort of channel membership thing. I'm sure I saw the green thing pop up in the corner of my eye, but by the time I got back here, it had gone. But yeah, do let me know how you would like that thing that we were just talking about, logistically, how you would like it to happen. Or maybe I should reword that. How would you feel most comfortable in using a resource like that? You see, my own things, I don't mind putting them out there, but that's me. not, not every, and I couldn't have done it in the past. I can do it now. I'm of an age where, I think, sod it, this is just what it is. Who cares? Who knows? Judge me all you want. But not everybody is in that position. And plus, other people have families and children and that sort of thing. So there need to be maybe a little bit more under the radar. So let me know what you would like. Would you like a little private Facebook group that people have to apply to join, so they know if they're going in there, they know they're in a safe private environment? Nobody's going to go in there expecting joy and jollity and hopefully there will be some joy and jollity, but you know what I mean. They'll know what the theme is, so they're not going to so they can't go in there and complain that, oh God, this is just full of people complaining about, you know what I mean. So if you wanted that private environment, whether it's a Facebook group or a message, a chat thing on some platform, let me know what would work best for you and we will do it. Where were we? Cheesy, I guess it's all about making money and running the art. Oh, we're talking about mustard. I need to have a proper chat with Mustard. It was too cold at the yard and I was preoccupied with a couple of things. We need a proper mates day where we can just sit and chew the fat and all of that sort of thing. Because, Mustard's going through a bit of a change, isn't he, if you've been watching his videos. And it looks like he's making a definite move to change some aspects. He wants to be less about getting his hands dirty. He's creating an image for himself that works really well, and he's going to try and get the channel to move in a new direction as well, which I think is great. And he made the point in the video last night or today, whenever you saw it, that his growth has been very steady, but it's been steady in the sense that it's constant, but it's also been steady in the sense that it hasn't suddenly taken off. He hasn't had a breakthrough or an explosion. He just earns X amount of quid per month, gets X amount of views per month, and increases his subscriber count by X amount per month. But he's not getting a massive breakthrough to take him through to another level and to get him to the stage where the YouTube channel becomes a full-time income, which is obviously what he's working towards. And in another video on his other channel, he was talking about, the things that happen to all of us when we get to our age. I'm the same age as Mustard. I think we're about 11 months apart, something like that. And at the age of 53 or 54, you can't do what you did when you were 23 or 24 or 33 and 34. And he was saying, look, how much longer can I keep crawling about under cars, messing about with this, that, and the other? And you have to, I guess there comes a point where you have to set up your market stall for the years that are coming. And I think I was saying last night or the night before that that's kind of what next year is going to be about for me. I'm trying to set up the final lap of my life race, if you like, because, let's face it, I am the age I am. God knows how much longer I'm going to be able to. How much longer am I going to be able to cope with a Christmas Day like we had? How much longer am I going to be able to cope with X, Y, Z? You know what I mean? So it's about setting stuff up for the future. And I'm hoping that over the next year, then I can set up my future with the Airbnb, with the hotel, obviously with my Nepali community and family, and the YouTube channel, if YouTube allow me to keep it. And I'm hoping that I can get that into something that within the next 12 months, within the next calendar year, that I can be financially secure, self-sufficient, not increasing in debt every month, and that it's something that I can reasonably keep going for the rest of my working life. And by the rest of my working life, I do mean the rest of my life, because I will never, ever, unless something amazing happens, like a lottery win, I'm never going to be able to retire. I'm never going to be able to afford to retire. I made no provisions for my old age. Again, we talked about this last night. I didn't think I was going to hit 20. I certainly didn't think I was going to hit 30. So the idea of making provisions for me at the age of 60 is absolutely ridiculous. And yet, suddenly, I'm nearly bloody there. So, yeah, it's about setting up that, accepting that you're not the person that you were, that you don't have the abilities that you had, and also accepting that time is running out. Because when you're in your mid-50s, you can't really live entirely on hopes and dreams and ambitions, hoping that things will get better, hoping that things will take off. It doesn't work like that. You can't do it. You suddenly realize that time is finite, time is running out, and it's time to cut your cloth and have a last roll of the dice. So the Airbnb and the hotel is my last roll of the dice. They've been a few years in the making, and I'm really hoping that it will be a successful roll of the dice, and that will be the last thing I have to worry about. And that's how I will end my days, working with the people that I'm working with, doing the Airbnb, doing the hotel, doing the YouTube channel, possibly some additional things as well. I would love to open a third restaurant. I've got Ram wants to buy static caravans in North Wales, run those as a business. I'd like to be involved in that. But yeah, so there you are. That is the thing. Pocahontas 100 is with us and says hello, everyone. 1st of March. Watch out, Hedgie. Oh, now should I answer this? Hang on, speaker. Good evening, mystery overseas caller.
My gaydar went off and you were there, Boaty.
What?
My gaydar went off and you were there.
Oh, it's you. Hello.
Oh, it's you. That's how we do things. Okay.
Well, I had no idea who you were. It was just a mystery number, and I confess, I apologise. I haven't actually seen any of your live streams yet, so I wouldn't recognise your voice. But you have a superb voice. That is rich, chocolate, velvet, dark brown voice. That is.
That is true. That is why I cannot get the Greenwood off of me.
Yeah, well, completely understandable. Understandable.
She is trying to convert every gay man possible.
Well, it's a life mission. We all need a hobby, don't we?
If that's a hobby, okay.
And you seem to be kind of working in reverse and trying to get every straight man that you come across to help you guys out when you get a bit busy.
I will find you a sweet English gay chap. I will find you one.
Thank you. But can you find one that is inactive in the bedroom department? Because I'm an old man. I couldn't cope with that. You can't teach an old dog new tricks.
That is true. I mean, I'm young by standard, I guess, in a sense, but mid-age. I'm 38, but Sam is 30, so I have to deal with that.
You're a bloody fetus, for God's sake. 38. You're not even in your prime yet.
No, it's on the decline, but Sam is in his prime. He's 30. I have to deal with that. I'm like, not so nice. I'm tired.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know how many of my things you've watched, but my last relationship was forced upon me and was a bit. It was like a midlife crisis thing, but I actually didn't want it. And yeah, she was. Yeah, she was 21 years younger than me, and
Oh,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
yeah. No. I'm sorry. Like the running theme for most people in their 30s, 40s, like, hey, 18-year-old, 20-year-olds are great. They're fun. That's it. Like, you have nothing to talk to for the most part, and you're not going to keep up with them. It's just not going to happen. You're going to get worn out.
Yeah, well, it was the mornings that killed me. It was now at night I could fend her off. During the day I could fend her off, but in the mornings my guard was down, and she was she learned things quite quickly. She was very clever, and she learned that gentlemen have a certain thing that happens in the morning, and she was overjoyed by this. So she used to bring me a cup of coffee in bed at a certain time, and then try and take advantage. And when I put a stop to that and said, look, for God's sake, let me drink my coffee, let me wake up. And, then I could make my excuses, pour some boiling water over her and escape down the stairs. So what she started doing then was, and I'm not making this up, was she didn't bother waiting for me to wake up. She just helped herself while I was still asleep. And
Jesus.
And I woke up having been mounted by her. And, a lot of men would think, well, this is a fantasy come true. You've got a beautiful, exotic Chinese woman mounting you first thing in the morning. And, I enjoyed it the first time, I won't lie, but the novelty bloody quickly wore off. Oh, dear.
No, I'm the same. I'm the same with Sam. I'm like, hey, midday, evening, fine. But mornings, no. Let me wake up and I got to go, piss. Like, leave me alone. Sorry.
Yeah, basically.
don't touch me.
Basically. So, yeah, it leads to... and, I mean, you're still a kid. Wait until you get to my bloody age. I'm trying to negotiate the idea of having one more girlfriend stroke partner stroke wife before I cough it. But I'm trying to work out how we do the kind of prenuptial thing where you go into the relationship saying, look, you have to have realistic expectations. You need a contract saying that, beastliness will take place fortnightly between the hours of, I don't know, 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. on every other Sunday, something like that. And any attempt at beastliness outside of these parameters will automatically invoke an end of relationship clause.
A nullification of the contract.
Yeah.
I should have done that with my last husband. Damn. I mean, not good, not in a bad way, but like in the you are required once a week,
Yeah.
at least.
Yeah. Now I know bugger all about you. So, what's your channel? Forgive me, I should have looked at your channel and I didn't. I'm so sorry. What's your channel about? And are you Ben or Sam? And what's that all about? So the exploring thing. Do you do the outdoorsy, wild camping stuff? Is that what the name's about?
Okay. So yeah, so brief like 20-second history. It started out as a paranormal channel investigation because I used to do paranormal investigating.
Okay.
Then I moved it to more urbex, so abandoned buildings, abandoned locations, just weird places that people would travel to, and a lot of travel stuff. Then I met Sam, and we've been together for almost 5 years. So I added his name onto the channel because we're partners, and so we've done like Chernobyl, the Paris catacombs multiple times. I just was there a few, like 8-9 weeks ago for a big YouTube channel that hired me.
Oh,
and
cool.
So we just do a bunch of travel and abandoned stuff, hospitals, all that stuff. So,
what was Chernobyl like?
This was 2021, so this is right when Ukraine kind of reopened, and then France had just shut down, and they canceled our tickets, so we got it back. After that, we spent 2 days in Chernobyl. That was interesting to say the least. We did a little 2-day personal guide and stayed inside the exclusion area, inside the 30 kilometer exclusion area. We stayed there overnight with no AC, and that was miserable. The flies and mosquitoes there are literally like as big as your hedgehog.
See, I'm annoyed that I never went. I lived in Ukraine, but I never went to Chernobyl. I lived in Kyiv. We traveled about. I was with a girl called Lena at the time, and we traveled about a bit, but we never did the Chernobyl thing.
It was definitely for anyone who likes to travel or do exploration stuff. It was definitely an experience, because also when you're doing, like with us, we were doing the private tour, so it was just the driver, the guide, and us. He let us climb the buildings.
Bloody hell!
Like, he's like, just don't show me on camera, but go for it. And we would climb like 20 stories up and do an overview, or climb a church bell tower, like a 200-year-old church. And the only place they didn't let us go was like the old hospital, because they're like, yeah, the dust in there is like full of radiation. You just knock it up, you're gonna inhale that shit, and you're toast. You're done. So that was the only place they wouldn't let us go.
That must have been an incredibly surreal experience. Incredibly surreal.
It's an entire city like that, and it's just abandoned. And I mean, like, he was holding up photos from, like, I'd say it's like from the 70s, when the photos were taken. He was holding them up, and he's like, this building's there. And you would look, and it's just forest.
Bloody hell.
And you'd be like, well, if you didn't know it was there, I wouldn't know it was there.
Was the fun fair still there? The abandoned fun fair with the big wheel and all of that?
Oh yeah. We didn't get as much time there as we wanted to, because there was another big bus group, like a tour group, coming behind us. So we were snapping photos and kind of like to stay away from them.
Right, they do organized tours there.
Yeah. We went the one-on-one, much more personal, spend your time doing stuff type of thing. So that way, like we said, we could climb the buildings, because they were like, okay, these guys know what they're doing. We brought flashlights and we brought our own stuff, and they were like, okay, yeah, these two know what they're doing.
Where else did you go in Ukraine, or was it just there?
Mostly that. Looked around Kiev. We were there for like 7 days total, 6 or 7 days total, and we got on with this. We got on with this tour with this guy who he's kind of a big Instagrammer. He likes to do like abandoned bunkers, like throughout Germany, like World War II bunkers. He likes to see those ones.
Okay.
So he travels across the countryside and does all that stuff. But he took us into the tunnel system of under Ukraine, like the old tunnel systems, and then this old Nazi bunker underneath Ukraine too, and it has like a lot of the old artifacts and stuff still in there. They just locked it up. It's kind of a historical place, but it's kind of a tour thing. But the way they allow you to do it, like going down the old bunker stuff, it's just really, it's kind of interesting. It's a historical thing. So it was kind of fun. We did that while we were there, and then we shot off to Paris and tried to do the catacombs the first time. 2 nights in a row.
I loved Ukraine, but I was there a lot earlier than you. I moved to Ukraine in 2002. And I don't know what it's like now. I don't have recent. Well, obviously, I mean, now it's horrendous. But when I was there, it was still. It wasn't really European, and you were still told that you had to stick to the main street, because if you were Western, you were a kidnap threat. God, I'm trying to think now. The local currency, the hryvnia, was worthless. You had to use US dollars. Poverty was everywhere. I had a guy called Victor, and he was my driver, and he supplied the vehicle, and our driver, our bodyguard, and my translator, and he was $10 a day. It was ridiculous.
Oh yeah, it's a lot different when we went, and obviously now it's completely different. I mean, I'm glad we went where we went, obviously, because now you
at the moment.
now you can't. Now you really shouldn't go there at all right now, honestly. But yeah, it's fun. I mean, I had
my greatest moment and my stupidest moment in Ukraine. You might have heard this story, you might not have, but on my 31st birthday. My 30th birthday, I was living in the States. My 31st, I was in Ukraine. And Lena and I, we went to a mafia nightclub, and it was on the river. It was an old, small ocean liner, and it was moored up on the river, and it was just like out of a movie, total mafia. Fat guys in black suits, beautiful women, and guys with submachine guns and shit out in the lobby. And I got very quick story. It was about 3:30 in the morning. I was, lagging on vodka, and I got done over by the muscle, not by the mafia guys, but by the muscle, their muscle. Just easy US dollars for them to find. And we lived in just off Independence Square, about 20 yards off. And I kind of got my wits back about me. And at 5:30 in the morning, I told Lena that I was outraged that a country that I had shown nothing but respect for would disrespect me in such a way. And I said I was going to disrespect them in return. And to show my disrespect and my annoyance at the things that had happened to me that night, I said that I was going to run naked around Independence Square. And Lena, being a nice girl, rather than saying, "Don't be so silly, you're drunk, let's go to bed," said, "Okay, hold on, let me just get my camera." So that was my 31st birthday. I ran naked around Independence Square in Kyiv. I say naked, I had some boots on, but that was it.
Close enough.
Yeah.
Way to go modest there with the boots.
Yeah, and there are photos on Facebook to prove it. Not all the photos. Yeah, not all the photos stayed on Facebook. Some of them were deemed inappropriate.
Yeah, Kiev is nice. It's a nice place. There are some. Yeah, I think it's like anywhere you go. Like Kiev is a beautiful city. It's obviously it's a huge place. Well, it was maybe the state of it now. I have no idea.
I dread to think.
Yeah, the state of it now. Yeah, totally different thing. But it was a beautiful city, anyways. Let's put it that way. But you're going to meet people that are like complete dicks to you. Because you're like a foreigner. Like when we've been to Paris, we shop at the local grocery stores. We get some food out. We cook our own stuff too at Airbnbs. Yeah. And then you'll go to one grocery store. It'll be like your third time there. And all of a sudden it'll be a different clerk. And he'll look at you and be like, "Oh, you don't speak French?" And just get like this fuck attitude with you. And I'm like, like, cool it, dude. Like, what the hell? You'll get those people, and I'm like,
the thing you have to know about Paris, and again, I've lived in Paris and I've lived in rural France, and if you go outside of Paris, then all of the French hate Parisians. So Parisians are a rule unto themselves. But within Paris, it's kind of weird. You'll get half the people who will kind of shun you if you don't speak French. I do, but they'll shun you if you don't speak French. But then you will also see, or you used to, signs offering a discount to English people who didn't try to speak French because they were so appalled by their fucking up their beautiful French language. But Paris isn't France. Paris is like a a rule
Oh, yeah.
unto itself.
Yeah, it's its own bubble. I mean, in a way, it's like we are France. We are the culture of Paris and France. And yeah, I get it, but yeah, you'll meet those people that are like really nice and cool, understanding, and I'm like, hey, I don't speak French. Okay, no problem. I'm not trying to bother anyone. I'm just doing simplistic things, trying to figure it out on my own. It's fine. And then you'll get that one dick.
Yeah,
the ones that have a total meltdown and problem with it. I'd like to meet my UK driver. Also, when I went to work, my home headquarter work, I'd like to meet that guy again, who my taxi driver. They hire him all the time. Nice guy. But going from London to, I'm going to butcher it, Gloucestershire. I'm butchering it.
Yeah.
I'm butchering it. For 40 minutes, he went on this rant about U.S. politics. And I was like, why are we talking about this right now? I would like to know his take now that Trump won. Not going to politics, but I'd like to know his take because he had a very negative take on that whole situation before the election. And I was like, okay, dude, I don't care. Like, drive the car.
I must be honest, when Trump got in 2016, that was the first time that I wished that I was living back in the States. So I would love to have been around that swell. And then for it to happen again next year, that, Whereabouts in the States are you?
I'm in Texas, so we're very...
oh, bloody hell.
We're conservative. I'm not from Texas originally, but I'm from Oregon originally on the West Coast. But
okay,
that's changed over the years. But yeah, the meltdowns have been great. It's just like he's a Nazi, blah 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 blah, and then you win the popular vote. It's like, yeah, screw off.
Right. Let me ask you a question. Because I'm genuinely interested in this. A guy that, well, you'll know him, obviously. I won't tell you any history or anything like that. But within Texas and within the residents of Texas, what is the opinion currently of Lance Armstrong?
I don't even know if there's been a opinion of Lance Armstrong in so long. I mean, he hasn't been. When was the last time he was even in the news?
Well, I don't know. I mean, he's getting a bit big on YouTube now, isn't he?
Yeah, I think after time passes, though, just like with anyone, if you create controversy, if you have some controversy around you and time passes, as long as it wasn't like, horrific. I mean, the guy took drugs or whatever. I mean, whatever. I mean, it's cycling. Who cares? I think that's more people's opinion. It's kind of like if you just take steroids in sports and then you disappear for a while and then you come back and you're doing your own thing with a coverage or whatever stuff. I don't think anyone really cares. I think everyone just kind of goes, whatever.
I just now I can't stand the guy. I never could. I was a cyclist. I was a pro cyclist, by the way, if you didn't know. And I watched the thing he did with Bradley Wiggins, another Tour de France winner. And he was banging on about Texas, and because obviously he's Texan, isn't he? And he was banging on about how amazing the community is and how everybody's taking each other to their heart and all of that. And I just thought, I don't know, that doesn't sound ugh. But if what you say is right, and everybody said, yeah, we don't really give a shit. We weren't into cycling then. Yeah, okay, he took drugs. We don't know the ins and outs. We don't really care. And he's a rich guy and he brings people here and they spend money. I suppose that would work.
Yeah, I mean, again, overall, he admitted to doing it. He's like, whatever. This happened. And it's like, that's fine. It's not like I don't know. I have no positive or negative opinions of him. I mean, in that sense. I mean, I look at who is it? I was looking at the chat a little bit. The chat's going wild about doing things. Sausage fingers. I saw a lot of. I don't know why. Maybe it's Trump. I don't know. Is it not Jake? Is it not Logan Paul? It's Jake Paul. Is it Jake Paul? The brothers, the ones that boxed just recently.
Oh,
His brother is
Jake.
the famous kid YouTuber or whatever.
Yeah.
Where he then got totally destroyed because he went to the suicide forest in Japan and laughed at a body, and his career ended. Then he went to boxing with his brother or whatever. His brother's the one that fought Mike Tyson his last time, which I knew was a ripoff because that's how all those big fights go. You know, it's always a ripoff.
Yeah.
But like him, I could care less. Now people hate him because he was a kid YouTuber or oriented towards kids as a YouTuber. That was so many years ago. I mean, like, who cares? Like, just get over it, people. I mean, you know, I'm like, dude, he's moved on. It's over. Just suck it up. I mean, it's just people that have this weird attachment to whether, I don't know if it's traumatizing to them or they just don't approve of it. And they just can't let things go sometimes. I'm like, dude, people make mistakes in life. Like, I can go to the catacombs, I can see bones laying there, and I'll be like, literally on video multiple times, I'm like, hey, look, a skull. Oh, bones. And just walk through them, and not in a disrespectful way, but you got to walk through them. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to them. And people can take offense to that. And it's like, hey, guess what? If I'm getting to where I'm going, this is where I get to go. I know it's coming. I'm prepared for it, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm not picking them up, taking them with me, and trying to like break them or some crap like that, you know. So I mean, yeah, you just gotta get over stuff.
Yeah.
So,
there is some truth in that.
Well, I'm gonna let you go, Boaty, because I know your chat is like, hey, read our comments. And you are always so far behind on your comments.
Yeah, I'm terrible. I'm really, yeah. I mean, from the sound of it, you're like a professional, proper YouTubist person, and I haven't got a clue. I just turn the camera on after work, have a drink of wine, and things happen. But you probably do. I will definitely subscribe to your channel and watch your stuff now, because, you know, now we've spoken, you are my best friend in the whole wide world ever, obviously, and I will watch everything that you do.
Well, and you know who, I don't know if you're into comedians, because honestly, I kind of heard the name before the last Paris trip I did where I got hired. Sam couldn't go on that trip, the timing was. Do you know a comedian called Matt Rife?
Matt Rife? No.
Does the chat know Matt Rife? I'm watching the chat.
I don't.
Okay. I really didn't know who he was. I about 3 weeks before the trip, that's when I got contacted, and I kind of put it together, and I had to look at him up. I'm like, okay, his comedy is, we're good. Like, I'll get along with him just fine. But what I'll do is, in the chat and a moderator, I'll drop a link for the 2 Paris videos we did. It's a huge channel. If they want to go watch it, they can. Yeah. And I'm listening there.
Do that.
I'll do it. They can just resub it because I'm not a mod, and that's fine. I don't care, but I'll drop it, and Emmett will probably, or Greenwood will probably take care of it. So, but Boaty, get on with your comments because you are slacking like hell tonight.
I know. I'm terrible. I'm planning my new life on the 1st of March as a gay man.
I will find you. Well, me or the Greenwood will find you a nice English chap.
Yeah, just remember that non-invasive. Thank you very much.
Non-invasive. All right, we'll put that in the art. We'll put that in the Craigslist ad.
Yeah, that goes in the contract, the prenuptial.
There you go.
Brilliant speaking with you, mate. Thank you so much for ringing in.
All right. Well, you have a good one there, Boaty.
You too, mate. Take care. Well, that was all very unexpected and rather wonderful, wasn't it? And hasn't that guy got a hell of a voice? I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous of voices like that. I would love to have a voice like that. Oh, deep and dark and chocolate brown. Oh, where's my wine gone? Oh, it's there. Oh, there we are. Pop that in there. Oh dear. Right, I'd better try and catch up with. Right, I'm aware that I've missed a load of comments. God, are we getting to the point where these live streams, rather than just 2 or 3 of us having chat, maybe we're getting to the point where the chat is going to be you guys chatting with each other, and what I say is not is possibly not going to bear any relation. Maybe we're just getting to a kind of tipping point where I'm not going to be able to keep up with the comments, and that would be really cool if we did get there. I love the idea that you guys can have your own thing going on there, quite separate from me. But let's have a look at the comments that are left. I was keeping an eye on the comments as they fell off the top of the screen, and I could see that Matron has been a channel member like forever since. Well, Matron's been a channel member since before I actually began the channel. I don't know how she managed that, but she's a very clever woman. I can't remember the other one. I saw some things about, do we have a WhatsApp group? Yes, we do. I saw the comment about, can you post anonymously in the Facebook group? Yes, you can. So if you need or want to share something in the Facebook group, yeah, you can absolutely do so anonymously. I will always accept anonymous posts, not a problem. So you don't have to have your name on there. And I really, really, really do want to find a way going forward where we can have that chat, the chat that we had last night. That needs to be there somewhere all the time. We can do it now and then on the live streams. We can do it on the live streams whenever we need to. I would always prioritize that, because if one of you is in need, having a bad day, having a crisis, that's it. One for all for one. We'll all just work around that. But it would be good if, live streams are an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. We need to have something that's there 24/7. So if the shit's really hitting the fan for somebody, there needs to be an outlet where they can say, right, I'm about to do something stupid. I'm about to drink too much. I'm about to message my ex. I'm about to, whatever. We need to have a little outlet there for it. You might have been discussing this in the comments, and I might have missed them. So do remind me of them. And remember, if we're going to need to start using Facebook more, which isn't going to help those of you that don't use Facebook, is it? But there's Facebook, there's a WhatsApp group. My shirt has just come undone. So look, the live streams, they're only so long. If we miss things in the live stream, then please, please, please re-raise them in the Facebook group or in the Messenger chat or in the WhatsApp chat. Don't think that because the live stream's gone, we can't go there anymore. Just bring it back up. I know some of you don't like Facebook, but the beauty of Facebook is it is a 24/7 platform. And we've got the group there. It's a private group. It's a controlled, safe, respectful environment. And it is literally 24/7. Whereas the live streams are obviously, one hit in the day. So if you go into the Facebook group and you see happiness or food pictures or jokes, don't think that that's all it's there for. It's not. The Facebook group is there as the 24/7 community thing. And that means if you're feeling shit, it's okay to go in there. Oh, God, look at the time. I'm knackered. I am knackered. What day is it tomorrow? Right. So a lot of you are going to have commented, and I'm going to have missed them, and I really do apologize. I'll try to be better in future. A third restaurant has to be in the next Little Chef. Alan, that would be perfect. That would be perfect. Right, what was I going to say? It's Monday tomorrow. The restaurant is open. We're not planning to be open terribly long. I think the idea is that New Year's Eve is going to be mad. We need to do a load of kitchen prep. And if we're in doing prep, we might as well be open. There might be some takeaways, whatever. So, as far as I'm aware, Monday Night Live will go ahead as normal at 10 o'clock. I've got no idea if Emma is available to do a joint live. She will probably tell me at some point. But we were talking tonight about closing the restaurant at like 8:30 or something tomorrow night. We've got a booking. It's quite an early booking. We might get some takeaways, whatever, but we're not planning to put a full night in. So I'm planning, or at least hoping, to be home in time to do a normal Monday Night Live. So that's 10 till, midnight or whenever. And that will be the plan. So I will set the plan is I'll set the live stream up for 10. If I was going to be late for any reason, I would let you know. And that's kind of that. Amazingly, it's time to bugger off. It's time to sod off. It's 1:45 in the morning, darlings. Morning. And some of you are going to have to get to work on a Monday morning, aren't you? It was wonderful to hear Ben's voice. All right, this is the joint live news. Hold on. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Okay, looks like you've got a reasonable chance of a joint live tomorrow, which would be absolutely lovely. And right, I'll just whiz through the comments to see if diddly-do. Yeah, I'm believe me, I'm going to get right on that channel. Now I know. I mean, Ukraine, one of my favorite places. Paris, one of my favorite places. He's got an amazing voice. I want to watch those Chernobyl videos, so I'm going to be all over that channel. All over it. And they do live streams as well. So I can jump onto their live streams and be hideously inappropriate. Oh, really, Peter P? Ben's lives make Boaties look very tame. Alan, I'm just cherry picking messages here, but I wonder if hubby's old chap makes a pachoo noise when it greets him in the morning. Oh, gosh. Hello, Simone, Hooked on Classics. A quick hello. And Cheeseburger says, Alan, the pachoo depends on the number of blue tablets. God, how long is it going to be before I need to start looking at those? Oh, me too, Russ. Yeah. Absolutely gutted they destroyed the Antonov. Yeah, the 225, the biggest airplane in the world, and I am gutted about that. That was an amazing thing. An amazing thing. Right. We're going to abandon this at this point. Oh, pound the box. I need to pound the box. Of course I do. There we go. Right. Apologies that this is the second live stream in a row where the comments have gone unappreciated, but I think we need to just sort of accept that, well, honestly, think about it, right? I've done empty live streams when I'm not there, and you guys have had a fabulous time just talking amongst yourselves. So you can still do that. Just yeah, I'll give you the Sex Pants news tomorrow. There is Sex Pant news. Oh, God. We'll get onto that tomorrow. I'm knackered. I'm hungry. I need a shower and food. So I'm sorry that this one got away with us again, but you know, you've enjoyed yourself. Well, hopefully you've enjoyed yourself in the chat. Remember, the Facebook group is there. It's 24/7. We can use that all of the time. All the stuff that we do in the live streams, we can do it in the Facebook group as well, whenever it suits. And I'm just going to sod off at this point because I'm losing the plot. I don't know what day it is. I don't know where I am. I don't know what time it is. Oh, God. I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. Not much is making sense at the moment, but thank you for being part of this madness. Thank you for putting up with tonight. Yeah, so let me just wish you all a safe and peaceful night. Thank you again for joining. Thank you for the super chat. I'm really, really grateful for that. Thank you again to Alan. And yeah, have a safe and peaceful night. And let me wish you a good Monday ahead, a weird in between Christmas and New Year Monday. I've got no idea if you're working or not or whatever, but I hope you have a decent day. I hope there's some joy to be taken from it. And take really good care of yourselves. And if you have those that you love and who love you, I bought a new jacket today off eBay. I didn't tell you about that. It's not a new one. It's a very second-hand one, but it was £5 plus postage. Nobody bid on it, and it said it had only been worn once. And I thought, oh, that'll do. So I put a cheeky £5 bid on it and won it. Nobody else bid on it, and I can't tell you about it because I've got to go now. The candle will be relit tomorrow night, 10 o'clock, if all goes according to plan. In the meantime, much love from me. Thank you so much for being you and being there and being wonderful. Take good care. And on that note, pachu, and indeed, I'll see you tomorrow. Bosh.